Hey you guys, it's Carlotta here. I get a lot of questions about what I do, especially when folks see my textured mixed media pieces using resin, glass, glitter, plaster, all that good stuff. And so I thought I'd sit down and give you a peek behind the process and the purpose of my art. Okay, so the first question that I get asked a lot is how I safely use the resin and glass in my mixed media pieces. I'm not really sure where to look in this camera. It's really weird, but bear with me, guys. So, um, for me, it's all about the prep, the patience, and the process. And so, I'm going to just break down what exactly I do when I'm using the resin and stuff in my mixed media pieces. And that way you'll know how to prepare for those pieces yourself safely. Okay, you guys, so for safety, when I'm working with resin, the first thing I do is make sure that I have my nitrile gloves that I get from Lowe's or Home Depot. You can get some from Amazon. I also, and I believe Walmart has those as well. I also wear my respirator mask when I'm working with my resin, and I make sure that I am in a well ventilated area. That is what I'm doing first and foremost before I do anything with resin. Before I'm opening the bottles, mixing or anything, you guys have got to make sure that you are wearing your personal protective equipment. Is best to make sure that that is in place first and foremost. Um, then once I have all of that done and I'm ready to do my mixing and stuff like that, um, we can get ready to do the glass and stuff. Then in order to do dimension and mixed media and stuff like that in my art, I like to use plaster of Paris. I like to use spackle. I also use drywall cement, I think is what it's called, and glass. Of course, I like to use glass. And when I am using those things as well, I also sometimes will use my mask because of the dust and the stuff like that that's coming off from especially plaster of Paris and the drywall cement. It's a lot of dust. Even though I put it inside of a little container like this one here, and I will take some of it and put it into a little plate to mix it and add the water. I go very slowly, still lots of powder and stuff comes up that is not good for us to be inhaling, and so a mask will do well with that also. I also like to use cardboard and just all sorts of things in my mixed media pieces. And the glass, I would say, is my favorite because that's where the sparkle and shine comes in with the glass and the resin and the glitter and all of that stuff. So sometimes you just need just enough to seal it, not enough to flood it and things like that. Depends on what we're working with. Then we might want to flood it, but I'm gonna have to show you that. But that's the first part, the safety in the process of my mixed media pieces, and then I'll go and explain a second part. Another question that a lot of the people are asking. I'm kind of getting the feeling of where this camera is, and I think it's right there. So let me figure this out. Let me figure this out. Okay, everyone. So the second question that I get asked a lot is, let me see, I got it right here. How do you incorporate cultural identity into your mixed media artwork? That's the question that I get asked. And so how I do that, because it's not optional. I felt like when I first started creating art, I was not seeing a whole lot of, in my circle, I was not seeing a whole lot of art from, did you see that fly? I did not see a whole lot of art that looked like me. A lot of the paintings that were being drawn of women did not represent me at all. And so I wanted to change that so that I can have more people of color in my artwork besides what I was being taught. And so with that, I make sure that my paintings have a lot of brown skinned women, big, beautiful afros, braids, beads, African patterns, and I like to use texture paste to make that more prominent in the piece, so that it's really showing the fullness of the lips, the wide nose, and I like to use glass and resin in the hair to give it more definition, more depth. I love to highlight the things that make us who we are, and our differences by using the mixed media pieces that I use in my art, the glass, the resin, all the different materials that I use. And it highlights our strength and our beauty. And it's a good thing for the young children to also see themselves in the art. It's something that I don't really see for me. And what I do see is really not my style, my taste. It doesn't show the beauty of people that look like me the way I would choose to see it. Is just not appropriate in my eyes. And so I want to show and represent us in a more appropriate light. And so, yeah, that is how I incorporate the cultural identity into my art. And I hope you like it,